Hello, this is Dr. Joanny, creator of the 4 Cornerstones of Staying Young and Stress-Free program and founder of Harmony Health. Welcome to my latest video. Is TV really mindless? I got this idea about mindless TV when I read a post from one of my Google alerts for stress relief. The article said that watching mindless TV was a way to help relax and relieve stress. But it raised a flag for me while I was reading this article, and I decided I needed to say something about it. So what creates stress and bad feelings, therefore sucking the energy out of you? The answer is anything that creates a negative experience for you. So what's really happening when you're watching the boob tube? So TV is anything but mindless. TV is never mindless. In fact, it's been all very well planned to elicit some sort of response from you. After all, they've got all these sponsors lined up to pay very good money to advertise in front of you. You may think it's mindless, but you're actually taking in the junk that so-called mindless TV has lots of. TV often has negative programming. This always elicits a response from people. They count on it. From negative newscasts that tell you, oh, what's so wrong with this world, to reality shows, dramas, and comedies that depict people at their very worst, to poorly written and illustrated animated cartoon shows for kids. I mean, the quality just isn't there. It's not worth praising. So this negativity influences what you think. You bet it does. What do you find people talking about the next day at work? The news that they either saw or heard, or maybe about the latest episode of a sitcom, for example. With the news, it's disaster after disaster. It's about murders, flooding, robberies. The more people think about things that have nothing to do with them directly, the more they get into the drama of the situation. So the negativity also influences how you feel. I mean, definitely. For example, a rape and murder occurred before Christmas one year. Now, the police actually caught the guy who did all this, but you can imagine how much alarm it may have caused to a certain segment of the population. Okay? So at a particular party that I attended that year, some of the women were talking about it, and one in particular was very concerned about her own personal safety. But there was no reason for her to be concerned. I pointed out to her that the more she believed that she was unsafe, the more likely she was actually going to attract the very thing that she was afraid of. Now, it's really interesting because her husband was listening at the time, and he piped in and said, he totally agreed with me. His wife really had to learn to let go and stop worrying about something that was imagined. So why is this so bad? Well, it's because of the way your mind works. You actually have 2 minds. So here's why. You have a subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is always open for business. It doesn't reject any ideas that come your way. It was in you as a fetus. It was in you as a child until around the age of 7, when the other one, the conscious mind, finally developed. But until that time, the subconscious does not reject thoughts and ideas that come around. So everything just goes into the child's mind. They just go in there. That's the reason why young minds are so impressionable. That's also why people are in bad moods and don't know why. That's why people believe certain things and they don't know why, or they never gave it a second thought. I mean, how did that thought get in there? It's not all bad, of course, because we do get good ideas and good thoughts too. There's no doubt about that. But there's a lot of deliberate media out there which isn't good at all and extremely harmful to your well-being and your stress levels. So like I said before, you have a conscious mind as well, and that becomes developed around the age of 7. Conscious mind can make decisions, and that's the one you're using when you consciously make decisions to either reject or accept what you see in real life or on TV. But you have to be conscious about taking this action. If you're not consciously rejecting the junk you see on TV, you could be passively moving that junk into your subconscious and moving it into your belief system. So that's what the issue is. Mindless TV isn't mindless at all. Mindless TV is often pretty negative and is often made to be funny. So now you're laughing at something that makes it become even more embedded in your mind. Again, where do you get some of your negative thoughts and attitudes? Really think about that. There's a lot of unflattering stereotypes on TV. Think about that too. Is that really great entertainment? So do these things instead. Turn off the TV and the radio for that matter. Stop subscribing to newspapers and magazines that only talk about, for the great majority, about the bad things that happen in life. It's like nothing ever good happens. But the world is full of good people. There really are. So any news of consequence will find you. I only read the papers for things that will help me specifically in my business, so I'm pretty choosy. Read personal growth books and magazines. Those are the things that will help you to grow your life, that offer positive and constructive information for your life. Get some exercise. Go for a walk. Even if it's 30 below zero, it'll clear your head and it's truly relaxing. And lastly, look for new experiences, big or small, at no cost or big expense. New experiences will broaden your outlook, not narrow them down to the negative and fear-mongering, okay? You can do this with a lot less of that, okay? So these things will help you in the long run, far more than so-called mindless TV. Instead of escaping, look for truth. Become less stressed and bothered by events and affairs that have absolutely nothing to do with you personally. The endless negative chatter from TV shows and newscasts from every source are not just a nuisance. They influence your outlook in life. There is no mistake in that. So this is Dr. Joanny. Thanks for listening in. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave some comments. Until next time, bye.